Ryan Spelman, tell us a little bit firstly about your selection for the Coupe de Jeunesse, what it entails, a little bit about the competition, and I suppose how you got into rowing in the first place.
I got into rowing when I was 11. I started coming down, working on boats, fixing them up and getting them going, and then I spent a year coxing away when I was 12, just learning how to get a hang of things, and slowly progressed on from there. Then got into trialling for the Irish team. Spent the whole winter this winter building up for it. Got selected then 2 weeks ago for the Irish team for the Coupe de la Jeunesse, which is on Cork in the 26th of July. So I'll be competing in the men's quadruple sculls, which is a 4-man boat sculling event. I'll be using 2 oars. It'll be good fun. There'll be 14 countries competing.
So tell us, it's a team event obviously then, yeah?
Yes, it would be big into team sports. So.
And your teammates, have you got to train with them, or do you get to train with them, and where are they based? They're from different clubs?
Yeah, so I have the strokeman is Jack Butler. He's from Neptune Rowing Club up in Dublin. Our 3-seat, the man in front of me, he's Rory O'Neill from Castleconnell in Clare, and then we have Aaron Keogh from Three Castles. He's our bowman. So our bowman will be our steersman. He steers the boat. He will be a good technician in the boat, good technique. My seat will be in front of him, so I'll make the calls in the boat. I'm like the captain, should we say, making sure everyone's in check. And the fella in front of me, a 3-seat, he backs up our strokeman, making sure that they're sending a nice rhythm for the boat. And our strokeman just leads the crew.
And how hard is it, or how easy is it for you guys to meet up to train? How does that work?
It's very difficult for club crews like us to meet up because we're all over the country usually. But it works out for our crew is that 2 of us usually row in O'Brien's Bridge in Clare, and 2 of them row in Blessington up in Dublin. So it's been a lot easier for us just going from either Blessington or here.
So tell us a little bit about the build-up to the competition now. How far away is it, and what is the build-up like to it? Usually these competitions, I mentioned to you earlier, usually these competitions are in more exotic locations. Not that Cork is exotic, but you usually get a trip to Italy, Switzerland, France, Czech Republic, I think. This year, as luck would have it, it's in Cork. So I suppose a little bit about the build-up and the preparation. Yeah,
it's a good experience to be representing my country. It's an honour to race it in Ireland. It'll be a good bit of fun. It's always nice to represent your country in the home event, but no, we have just under a month now to prepare. We have the National Championships happening on the 13th of July, and after that I'll be spending a lot of time in Cork training with my crew and getting ready for it. Usually, I was sorry.
I thought we can cut that anyway.
What else?
You're saying you were getting ready for a blow in Cork, and your crew they'll be getting ready for it. But I suppose mentally, how will you be preparing yourself for it? We all know that I suppose at this stage you are pretty familiar with the training routines.
Yes.
But it's a big competition. It's a European competition. It's an international competition.
Yeah.
I suppose mentally, from your own point of view, how do you prepare any differently from that, or is there an added pressure because of the competition?
I try to keep the pressure down. Can't keep my focus on what I have to do, and that's the road like I usually do. And I kind of like just to try and keep my focus on what's ahead. Take it one day at a time, doing nothing different, just training like usual. Making sure I get no injuries is the main thing. But no, it just what I've done so far has gotten me to the place I am. So why change anything now? So it's good.
We saw the Open Day here last week when you guys were trying to encourage people to get involved in the sport.
Yes.
We've seen, I suppose, with the O'Donovans in the Olympics a couple of years ago, with any sport that wins medal at an Olympics, there seems to be a bounce the following couple of years with people taking up the sport and getting involved. I suppose as a guy who is involved in rowing and who seems to be getting a hell of a lot out of it, what would you say to young people who are looking at sports and thinking, maybe GAA isn't for me, maybe rugby isn't for me, and they're looking for that alternative to that might be suitable for them? Why rowing?
It's a good team sport. It's low impact. There's no real aggressiveness towards other people. There's no contact. Just good, less injuries happening, and for mothers and for parents, for younger kids, they don't like seeing their child get hit or being in contact. So it's a good sport to be in. great teamwork, great friendship with other oarsmen, and it's just a great way to get out.
There's a lot of discipline as well too, isn't there? And that
Definitely.
you train, you work with the guys in the boat, but you have to do lots by yourself as well. Be it your cardio, be it your fitness, be it your strength training. So it's not just people think of it as an individual. There's a lot of different elements to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of consistency with the training. It's tough, but I do 14 to 15 sessions a week. So this training is a lot. It's demanding, but it pays off in the end. But it's mentally tough, but you get through it. Once your training is done, that's the hard bit.